Morning guys. I thought I'd do another play with my Imagine. This is only the second one. You would have hopefully seen the video that I posted the other day. There we go. So we're a bit zoomed in so you can see the screen. So now I have to say I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here yet, so we're gonna try and work it out because I've only just done this once. So I think I need to press this print and cut icon or tap it with my little stylus, and then I'm hoping what comes up is all about the Imagine cartridge, which is over to the right hand side. Yes, so here's all our screen and there's all our different images. So all you do is just gently slide along, which is why I was saying I preferred this one, because it was just smoother as you slid it along. And then we're just going through all these different images, which look really good fun. I really like this Imagine More Cards cartridge. Oh, that's nice. I'm getting distracted by all the pretty images. Okay, so let's move along to the one that we actually want. I'm going to probably use this image here at some point as well. I might add that in now while I think of it. That's it. I might end up with 6 now, I think, because I tapped it a few many times. Yeah. So all I'm doing here is just backspace. I think that removes it. Yep. So when you tap on the little plus in the corner, it just puts the image up here in your bar at the top, which is a bit like on your Gypsy, where it puts all working images that you've selected in the little weight bar up here, ready to go on your virtual mat. So then we slide along until we get to the papers, and there's lots of really nice, see, these are all cards that you can fold. I mean, this one here is like a little gift envelope, like I did for the Christmas one, similar to that. Excuse the dog barking in the background, she's being a real pain today. Every little noise she's barking at. And see, that's the same sort of family again, so we'll put that in. I haven't quite worked out yet how to do the paper. I think I've got to do that separately. I think I haven't quite worked that out, but what I've been doing is just playing around with the sizes on this and editing it. So what you do is you bring it up on the mat. I think you can do it also when you put it in your preview button. You press your little pencil, and then here it says combine or layers. So I want layers. Well, perhaps there aren't layers on this one, actually, thinking about there's no option. Right, so that's applied. I don't really know what I'm doing with this yet. I haven't really made my mind up. So we're just working out really as we go along. And at the moment, I haven't yet worked out how to find how to just print this bit how I want it. I think that's something to do with the settings. So we'll come to that in a minute. Let's print and cut this piece. So what I've done on this circular layer here is I've turned out of the 3 layers, there were that layer, another round layer that was just slightly smaller. It just came inside the outside sort of wobbly edge. I took that one away. I didn't want that. I only wanted these 2 to build up. And then this one here can't be built anyway. So we push that in. I think then we just do next. And then press go whilst giving pressure on the mat. And here it comes. Now look at that, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I'll see if you're zoomed out. There we go. So what we've got here, which looks absolutely huge, but is this lovely, I mean, it is so crisp. If I bring that right close, look at the quality and the quality of that cut. Absolutely stunning. If you click on this icon here, it's the actual Imagine. This is your Cricut Imagine cartridges. This button here is for your regular cartridges. And the middle one, as I say, is the Cricut Imagine cartridges, stock photos. Well, not even photos, images. So I'm going to go along. I'm going to find a shape that I want, which is just here. And we're going to put that on my taskbar, so I'm going to edit it, and what I want is the paper that I said about here. I don't know if you can see that. I want that one, and I'm going to fill that image with that pattern paper. So now it's the last one in the queue, so I'm just moving it right down, so I think it must be that one. Yep. So can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay, so then I need to adjust the size. Now it's an 8x8 card, so I want to take it up to 7.8 and apply. And then we'll go to next. And there we go, there's our image there. So I think that's going to look really nice on the paper. So now the other thing I should have done is just pop my teardrop cartridge in the side here and wait for it to come up. And then we've got my teardrop cartridge. So what I want on this is I want 80. I want the 80 for the moment. And I also probably want Happy Birthday, but I'm going to do that in a minute. Oh, okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit these images. Oops. Okay, so now we press next. And then we got to put the paper in, which I've loaded up on the mat. So let's push that in. And don't forget to put it in where it says placemat here, even if you are only doing the printing, which we're not here, we're doing printing and cut. Press go. And off it goes. Okay, so it's printed all of that. So now we're going to print the first page, which is our, hopefully, sort of paper layer. So in that goes. And we'll go through it. So that's finished. It thinks it's got page 2 to do because I did it out of order. So I'm just going to cancel it. So that's that. So now I think we've got everything cut out. So we're going to go and try and put this card together. Okay, so we're at the table. Now I think I want this card to open this way, so I'm going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to get this piece and I'm going to put him on the front. So I'm going to get my ATG. Lovely ATG, I love this, and it's so much more economical than normal glue runners and everything because you just get through so much. Okay. Down. Right, and I think what I want to do as well is just corner chomp using the 1/2 inch round all these corners just to marry it up a little bit, like so, like that, and 2, whoops, 3, 4. There we go. I think that looks really pretty already, just with that on the front. Okay, so pop that away. Then the next thing I need to sort of play around with is this, and I'm not sure now that that really goes. So I'm just having a think whether I even want that particular one on there. See if this goes better. You just build up like that, and then put R80, which is absolutely ginormous. Have a little play about here. Oh yeah, that would look good, because then you put a ribbon across the top and put a stamp down the bottom. I'm thinking whether I should have put like a shadow feature on this. So I think what I'll just go and do is cut out a shadow on this 80, so that when I stick it down it's got a bit of something behind it. So I'll be back in a minute. So what I've done is I've reprinted this base image again, and I've cut out around these bits of flowers here. So I'm going to 3D those up. I've taken my 80 and I've put it on some mirror board in using the shadow feature at exactly the same size as I did for the original, which I think was 4 inches, real dial size. And then I took the same with my Happy Birthday and did the shadow feature, and that was at 3 inches, again using teardrop. So that's going to be probably for the inside. Okay, so now I'm going to, what I've done is, as I said, I've cut these out and I've just put some foam pads on the back. So we're going to just pop that in the corner. Actually, before I pop it in the corner, I am going to get a little bit of ink. Whoops. sorry guys, and just gently ink up these edges just to give it a bit more. I'm just going to move this over and do it on here, which is a bit of a pain because it's going to stick to the table, but not to worry. Just to give it a bit more oomph on the edges. Ooh, see, I told you it'd stick to the table. Lost a bit of my foam. I took the backing off before I came back on the camera. There we go. I'll clean that up in a minute. Got some baby wipes. Okay, so then that's just giving it a bit more of an edge there, just to make it pop up a little bit more. And then we'll stick that down. I don't know what colour that was, I'm afraid, because it was just what was already on the foam. I didn't have to re-ink, there was enough on there. So there's that corner. And then we're going to do the same on this one. Stick that down there, like so. There we go. So there we've got our 3D. Now you could continue building that up a bit more if you want. So then the next thing is to put the 80 on. What I was hoping was there'd be enough room to put a little sentiment down in that corner. So we're going to stick that one flat down onto that flower, and then pop and stick this one completely flat. So I think this is a job for pin flare glue, because that makes it easier on such tiny spaces, and also I can do different heights. So we just put a few little, just do a little thin layer just on this one, because this one's going to be a flat. Okay, and bring our card back over. I need to put my 80 in place so I can work out where this one's going. It's going about there, like so. And then just use my finger to catch any leaky bits. And that's like, now we're going to do the 8. Now we want it flat on this bit here, so we just put a smidgy bit there, and then we want thicker blobs on the rest of it to give it height down. Just stick that up there like so. A little bit lower, that's it. So then when we put our ribbon on, it's not going to be in the way. There we go. There, so that's that bit. Looking good, I think. Okay, now the next question is, what do I do with the lid? There it is. Put the lid on the pin flare. If you don't put the lid on the pin flare, it's a bit like silicone, it will dry. So just make sure you put the lid on so it doesn't get into the air, into it rather. Oh, excuse me, just dropped something on the floor. Okay, so now we can put some sort of sentiment there in a minute, but I'm just going to let that dry a second, so we're just going to pop that back. And we were going to put the happy birthday inside here, but I think it needs something a little bit more. So that's the inside done. And then the outside, still just setting. And I want some sort of sentiment or something in the corner. And also I thought a bow, but I'm not sure I'll bother with a ribbon now on this one, because it is for a guy, and I think it's quite, well, it's supposed to be for a guy, it's quite florally already, so I think we'll leave that like that. So we'll go and find a sentiment, I think, that will sort of follow through. Okay, so I found these stamps from Anna Griffin, and I've put down here my love. My acrylic block. I need a little one. There we go. And then I'm going to put it on that corner, and then I'm going to get another little stamp, not to ink up, but just to balance, to put in that corner, so when I put it down it doesn't rock. So then we'll just, so then ink that again, make sure it's got plenty on, and then we're going to pop that in the corner and hope for the best. Okay, so I found my clear gloss finish, and what I thought I'd just do is emphasise some of this just around the, it's it's got a blob, hold on, just a little on the edges of these flowers, not the whole flower, but just almost like little dewdrops. So then you can see in the light there, look how that's really catching. And then same up on here. Okay, so this is our card. Using the Cricut Imagine, it was a bit of a journey. I imagine I'll edit some of this out because this has been going on quite a while. I've obviously been playing around with this Imagine, trying to work out what I'm doing, and so it's taken a bit longer. So I probably edit some of this out, so it might not be as long for you as it was for me. And then, as I say, that's the outside, and then the inside we just open it up. And it's got that really pretty look inside as well. So now I'm just going to leave this to dry. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all your comments. And you can always go on my Facebook page. I'd love to hear from you on there. That's Lolly Lulu Crafts. Go on there, chat amongst yourselves, put some pictures up of some of your work. That would be really great to see. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Bye! Hi guys, a quick PS to our previous sort of part of this video. As you know, when I cut out the pieces for this card here, I'd cut out some other flowers, etc., and a circle with flowers, and I didn't end up using those. So rather than doing what I normally would do, is either put them in a box and forget about them, I thought I'd immediately make a card using them. So I took a 6x6 card base in this lovely sort of mottled grey, and I took one of the circles. I had two of them, if you recall. What I did was, there was two of the circles. Now you could have actually cut it out as a layer, but because I hadn't done that, I just did it by hand, but it did have that facility. So I then cut around the flowers here that was on the circle, and then I had two of these pink flowers that came like that, and then on one of them I chopped off the leaf. So then I was able to build up this image like so, quite 3D. And then again you can see I've just added the glossy accents on there to give it a real then shimmer with the other two pieces that were kind of the sort of garlands of flowers. So I took really a square on the gypsy, and it was about, by the looks of it, oops, let's measure it for you. It looks like it's going to be just about 8 inches, and then I obviously would have folded that in half at the time. Then I had another section that I tried to get as 4 inches again, but it was a heart. So what I did was I put half the heart protruding from that box, and the other half of the heart within the box that was on my gypsy, and then I welded it all together. So then when I cut it out on the Cricut, I was able to fold it along those 2 4-inch marks and have a tri-fold card with this lovely shaped front. So that's what I used for this these garlands. So let me just show you what we did. So what we did on this one is we put the garland down here, and then I added on to that a couple of wooden embellishments by the Sentiment Quarter Bug, which was either my pink stamp or pink Cricut. Again, I'm sorry, I can't remember which of the two. And then again, just a little ladybug stuck down there. And then on this inside piece, we put the garland again, and then I did Get Well Soon, which was an Anna Griffin stamp, and a little wooden embellishment there as well. But it's just a nice simple card to make, but as you can see, it looks really pretty. And then to go with it, I've got this lovely green envelope, so I think that really pops it up. Okay, so there we are. So thank you for watching, and thank you for watching my little PS, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.